Okay, guys, today is we're gonna try this, and I want you to do the best that you can. And if you don't fully understand it, it's okay. But today we're using the quadratic equations to solve quadratic functions. And actually, the equation itself looks horrible, but it actually is probably the best method to use. Um, it is negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c divided by 2 times a. And if you remember, guys, on a quadratic equation, this is your a, this is your b, this is your c. So really, it's just a matter of plugging in things where they need to go. So, for example, in fact, I'll just do this. I'm going to write a equals 3, b equals 5, and c equals negative 12. I'm going to write that on the side just so I know what to plug in, because you guys know how my memory is. My memory has not changed since our friend COVID came into our lives. So um, all we're going to do is take these terms that we got from our quadratic equation, put them where they need to go first. So if I'm looking at this correctly, I need to put in 5 for b, which would make that a negative 5. Let me give myself some space. Plus or minus square root of b squared, which would be 5 squared, which is 25, right? So we can just write 25 minus 4 times a, whoops, I'm going to plug in 3 for a, times negative 12. Now, it's up to you how you want to do that. You can actually do that all at once if you think about it. So, well, negative 4 um, times 3 is negative 12. Negative 12 times negative 12 is a positive 144. Make sure I get that right. So if you want to do that off the bat, you can. And guys, we could plug in 3 for a, but 2 times 3 is 6. So if you want to do that right away, go for it. So 4, so negative 4 times 3 times negative 12 is a positive 24. I'm sorry, a positive 144. Good Lord. Divided by 6. All we did was plug things in and solved. That's it. Okay, now always do what's inside your square root bar first. 25 plus 144 is 169. So I have negative 5 plus or minus square root 169 divided by 6. Now, that plus and minus is important because that we're going to actually split them up into two separate equations here in a minute and solve and get hopefully two different answers. Um, so if we do that, negative 5 plus square root of 169. Square root of 169 is 13. So I'm actually going to split them up now and go negative 5 plus 13 divided by 6 and negative 5 minus 13 divided by 6. And the whole reason I can do that is because that plus and minus means that I have to do two different things. And notice how my plus 13 and my negative 13 are the two differences. So if we go negative 5 plus 3, which would be what, 8? Am I right on that? 8/6. And then negative 5 minus 13 is negative 18/6. I can simplify both of those. This would equal negative 3. And 8/6, just simplify, divide both by 2, and I get 4/3. Those are your answers. X equals 4/3, and X also equals negative 3. Guys, you're doing a great job. All I want you to do is try. I'm not going to really grade anything heavily, and I'm not going to nail you if you don't understand this. You're going to be fine. I want you to worry about you and your health. So this is just consider it as a practice. Okay, so I have assigned problems. I think it's 3. Do them at your own discretion. I look forward to you submitting them so I can see them. I love to look at them. So Any questions, feel free to holler. There is great tutorials if you go to page 584 in your book that show you how to do it. Just a word of caution. You could sometimes with these get 2 solutions. Sometimes you could get no solutions. Sometimes you could get 1 solution. Take care. Miss you guys. Hang in there.